Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, opposition side stands here today to ask for a mixture of socialized medicine and private medicine. We believe that this would deliver proper health care for each and every single person in the population, and it would be good quality health care. This socialized medicine would give veterans, the elderly, the unemployed, and people who are unable to pay for private institutions welfare medicine, which will be paid for by raised taxes for the rich. On the other hand, people who can afford private institutions of healthcare will continue to be able to use them. In order to argument this, we'll be addressing three main arguments. The first two, which I will be addressing, are how this offers better quality healthcare, both for welfare and the private, and resource allocation. Afterwards, my teammate Jesus will talk about the conflict of interest that exists in single-payer healthcare. But first, I would like to make some rebuttals on some of the points that the proposition argues. Ladies and gentlemen, you mentioned how France and the US have different costs in their healthcare. Well, I don't really see the connection, considering that Obama's bill for putting forth a better quality healthcare in the United States is actually more costly than the current system of the United States. This has been addressed by both Republican and Democrat members of Parliament. No, thank you, sir.
On that point, sir.
No, thank you, sir. Members of Parliament which argument against this deal. In the same way, we never heard from the proposition side, how does this single-payer healthcare actually work? So there is no really a way in which we can tell that this will actually work for the sole fact that we have no idea of how this hope of coupe, how this goes forth, and so we only heard some vague examples about France and the United States. You also talked about how sick people can't afford medicine. Well, actually, under our side, we believe that this is true, and this is why we want to offer socialized medicine for people who can't afford private healthcare. On the other hand, under a single-payer healthcare, the taxes are raised in a great manner in order to be paid for this, and actually poor people have to pay more than they would have with socialized medicine.
No point, sir.
No, thank you, sir. And in the same way, a war for prices should not exist. Well, we believe that competition is of the utmost importance for offering the best possible service for a person, because profit is the incentive for private hospitals to deliver the best possible health care. Competition is healthy, ladies and gentlemen. Competition does not allow a company to remain stagnant
on that point, sir.
While not developing in order to suffice the public needs. On the other hand, without competition, they could just offer any kind of healthcare, and the people would suffer, ladies and gentlemen. Now, moving on, no, thank you, sir. Moving on to my first argument, this offers better quality healthcare. We believe that quality is of the utmost importance in healthcare. We actually believe that it is the most important aspect of healthcare, not cost, but quality. Because if we do not offer good quality healthcare services to the people, why offer?
On that point, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, at the moment you're not offering good quality health care, so obviously your method is not working. How is your bill going to work?
That's exactly where we are making this, by offering a mixture between socialized medicine and private medicine. Private medicine, which you agree actually works, and socialized medicine, which will be made better by the raised taxes for the rich that we talked about. Ladies and gentlemen, we realize that the private service will be better than the welfare service. But even if this happens, we believe that both the welfare and the private sectors can be made better. For example, in the welfare section, the government only has to focus on a certain sector of the population, as opposed to in a single-payer healthcare, in which they have to provide for every single person in the nation.
On that point, sir.
By focusing on the resources, whether it is personnel, money, or medicine, in only one sector of the population, those that actually need welfare-based medicine, we would be offering better service, because there would be more resources for a smaller percentage of the population.
On that point, sir.
No, thank you, sir. For example, in the British National Health System right now, people actually have to be in a waiting list for up to 6 months in order to receive treatment. Why? Because the British National Health System has to provide for every single person in the country. As as opposed to only one sector of the nation. In this way, no thank you, sir. In this way, the health system in Wales, as told by the BBC, is as good as that in Sri Lanka in terms of how good the resources are provided. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that a nation as poor as Sri Lanka, that a nation as rich as the United Kingdom, should not have a healthcare that is as good as one in one of the poorest countries in the world, ladies and gentlemen. In the same way,
That point, sir.
no, thank you, sir. In the same way, private institutions, as the proposition side said, offer excellent quality services. Quality that would be lost by not offering a private version of the healthcare. Due to profit, they are delivering a really good service of health to the people who can actually pay. But it isn't just the people who can actually pay, because these increased profit and this will of the private companies to continue evolving through competition actually brings forth research and development. This research and development can actually be bought by the government and be delivered to the welfare side of the healthcare system. In this way, the healthcare system will be continually evolving with new medications, with new technology, in order to provide the best possible quality service for every single member of the population.
That's right, sir. Yes, in this case it will be even more, because they will not be competing for having lower price, but for having better quality.
No, as a matter of fact, we believe that they should be competing for better quality, because by offering a better quality, people will be able to get the best possible quality, as opposed to having stagnant companies, which are not competing whatsoever and can deliver bad healthcare to every single member of the population. Moving on to my second argument, resource allocation. Ladies and gentlemen, the single-payer system is an increase in everyone's taxes, as the Obama healthcare reform bill shows us. Ladies and gentlemen, by increasing everyone's taxes, would be putting a bigger economical strain on the poorest sections of the society. On the other hand, opposition side believes that this strain should only be shown to raise taxes for the rich. Why? Because as in a single-payer system in which no private exists, which takes strain off the government for providing healthcare, will be able to offer a better healthcare system with less money, less taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that the rich should pay for the poor, not that everyone's taxes should be increased. Why? Because healthcare is of the utmost importance. And the rich should pay for the poor because everyone deserves good healthcare, and there is no reason why people who cannot afford a hospital should be paying for the healthcare of every single member of the population. We believe that those who can give a person a good quality of life should give it, and those who can receive should receive it. It is for these reasons that we beg this House to oppose this motion. Thank you very much.